All right, so if you saw our video on the skid steer with the mulching head, that's what I'm sitting on top of, and I'm in the middle of 80 acres that we've been mulching. Got about half of it done, got about another 40 acres to go, and in the middle of 700 acres. Ain't another human being on here, which is a good thing. And sun's starting to set, beautiful evening. Real briefly, if you do a simple Google search on what a critical incident is, a critical incident, according to a simple Google search, is anything outside the normal range of human experience. So when you think about the choices that we make and the jobs that we take, most likely that's going to take us outside that normal range. Also, when you look at a thing called worldviews, how we're raised, we have a perception of how the world's going to be. You know, I'm going to grow up to be this, and it doesn't work out. I'm going to grow up, get married, and have kids. I get divorced, right? That's outside that normal range. And then your worldviews is how you perceive the world to be. We raised our boys with very realistic worldviews. My dad worked in a rock quarry. He wasn't a philosopher. He wasn't a psychologist. He just always said, son, life ain't fair. That's all you got to know. And he's right. Life ain't fair. Ain't nothing fair about it. And that way, when you get slapped in the face, you know, you kind of say, hey, life ain't fair. But with critical incidents, when you look at that, for some of the jobs that we take on, it's so far outside that normal range that we are going to get wrapped around the axle, and we should get wrapped around the axle. We should get jacked up. Very clinical terms here, right? Coming from the hog trapper. We should have trouble with that. If we don't, I'm sorry, man, I don't think that's right. But how do we get back, right? The more you understand about how the brain processes the data coming in, which is generally, in my opinion, from the 5 senses, the brain is always trying to protect you for the next event. Okay, so easy example. I'm in a bad car wreck. I get gas all over me. And every time I smell gas, I think of the car wreck. That's my brain telling me, hey man, you smelled gas last time, it didn't work out too good. That's how it works. And so when it cripples you and you get bogged down and you can't get out of that hole you're in, yeah, we got a problem. But if it's just a faint smell and a reminder and you go, you know what? I'm not in a car wreck. That's just that smell of gas. We have disassociative and associative memories, okay? For me, skid steer with a mulching head's associative. It's good. I enjoy myself out here, right? What if this sucker catches on fire? It's got a little latch back here where you can get the hell out of it. Yeah, somebody said skid steer with a mulching head after that, it's gonna swirl me up. That's how it works. Again, I'm no psychologist, no psychiatrist. I'm just telling you, that's how it works. So when you get wrapped up there a little bit, remember the brain's just trying to do its job. Now, to wrap this up, what you choose to do to get unwrapped is where the problem generally occurs. So if you go down a path that's not healthy for you and healthy for others, probably not a good path to be on. But if you go down the path of talking to somebody, hell, talk to somebody like me, talk to your preacher, talk to one of your coworkers. Most of them are going to tell you, I've had that happen, yeah. And you may need to go see someone professional that's got a shingle hanging outside their house or their door or whatever. That may be the case. But you got to confront it. Whatever it is, you got to confront it. That's my 2 cents today. So I got to wrap up. I got a couple pieces to go here, and then I got to do maintenance on this machine. But I'm going to give you some, I don't fall off here. God dang it. I do rock climb, but it's slick as, well, you know what up here. Anyway, so let's take a look, man. So that was all growed up and ugly, but not no more. Our youngest boy mulched most of that. All right, so that will all be prescribed burned and then replanted in pine trees, native pine trees, longleaf pines. You come around here, this is what I've been working on today. Worked on that a couple weeks ago. And I got to knock out these couple little patches right here, right? Now, why do I have to knock out those patches? Because the brain likes to complete things. We like to see we're making progress. Baby steps. It was in a movie one time. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Keep the feedback coming. We love it. And remember, spread the love, not the hate. It don't take nothing to be difficult. But it takes work to be a good person and give others hope. And we all out there starving for damn hope. That's why a guy like me is in the middle of 700 acres. Because I just don't see much hope out there. Here, in God's backyard, I see a hell of a lot of hope. So y'all stay tuned.